días. Modern technology and innovation played a huge role in the advancement of our civilization. Machines used in infrastructure, automobiles in transportation, and the integration of ICT in our educational system. Through this endeavor, we produce learners that can be an asset in this very nation and possesses valuable skills that will be used for their future ahead. But of course, there are always two sides in a coin. But we believe that the benefits of this outweighs the disadvantage, and in this research, we will prove this matter. A pleasant day to everyone, to Sir Ryan and to Doc Sally, and to everyone who is watching all around the world. May we introduce ourselves as the researcher of this topic. In my right is Sir Jeffrey Opinaria, who will be in charge of the mythology. In my left is Sir Ian Castellano, who will be in charge for the conclusion and the result. And I am John L.B. Balistoy, who will be the one to introduce for the topic of this research. Now, in today's digital age, it become an integral part of everyday life, and it's revolutionized the way people work, communicate, and learn. ICT offers a variety of tools and resources to facilitate learning, particularly in the area of reading comprehension, and that is what our topic is all about. It is an important skill for students as it enables them to make sense of complex text and acquire a deeper knowledge from what they have read. The purpose of this paper is to explore the influence of ICT on reading comprehension among the grade 10 students. So, what is reading comprehension? How does it affect our students, our educators, and why does it matter in our everyday life? So, to answer that question, reading comprehension is an essential skill for the students to succeed in school and their everyday life. It is the ability to read and to understand what materials are written. And with the advancement of our technology and information, it increases the popularity in our education system. This research paper will explore the influence of ICT for the reading comprehension, examine the types and uses of ICT, the effects of ICT in reading comprehension, and the implications for the educators. So that is the end of the introduction of our research material. Now, may we call on Sir Jeffrey Opinaria to further explain the methodology used in this topic.
So good day once again, Sir Ryan Q. Blanco and Doc Sally. I'm Jeffrey Opinaria, and my task for this day is to give a method in our research. In this study, we use a qualitative research design which aims to identify the benefits and the challenges of using ICT in enhancing the reading comprehension of the grade 10 students. And that has a total of 15 students. In this research, we utilize a survey to examine the influence of the ICT on the reading comprehension among the grade 10 students. The survey will be administered for a sample of grade 10. For public schools, the sample of this size will be determined by the availability of the resources of the number of the participants who agree to take part of this survey. So this survey will include questions on the frequency of the ICT usage in the reading activities, the level of the proficiency in the using of the ICT tools, and the impact of the ICT on the reading comprehension, and the survey will be assessed the students. So in the implication for this, the advantages of using ICT in the 21st century is very at large, and that would be all.
Good day, Sir Ryan Blanco. Good day, Doc Sally. I am Ian Roy Castellano, and I will be discussing about the result of our research. The usage of ICT reading comprehension is that it can provide students with interactive and engaging activities that can improve their understanding of the text. However, a potential problem is that students may become too dependent on technology and not develop their critical thinking skills when reading traditional texts. Another problem, according to the research held, is that the problems of ICT in reading comprehension is that it can be distracting for some students, leading to a lack of focus and reduced comprehension. The influence of ICT in reading comprehension among grade 10 students can be seen in both positive and negative ways. On the positive side, the use of ICT can be provided with access to more information, making it possible for them to gain a deeper understanding of the text they are reading. For example, with access to the internet, students can research topics related to their reading material. Additionally, the use of ICT can provide students with the opportunity to interact with their peers and discuss the material they have read. This can be incredibly beneficial in helping students to gain a better understanding of the material, as well as to identify any areas they may need to further research. On the other hand, the use of ICT can also lead distraction that can negatively impact reading comprehension. For example, the use of social media can take away from the amount of time that students are dedicating the reading, leading to a decreased comprehension of the materials. Additionally, the use of ICT can lead to the spread of misinformation, which can lead students to draw incorrect conclusions from the material they are reading. So the conclusion is the lack of proper training and professional development for teachers on how to integrate ICT into their teaching strategies can also contribute to challenge faced in teaching reading comprehension using ICT. Therefore, it is crucial for teachers to receive adequate training and support effectively use of ITC in their classroom.
Thank you so much, Sir Ian and Sir Jeffrey, for the very elaborate explanation on our research. Now, Sir and Ma'am, this is just a partial of our research. And in the final act, I believe that we can give more, we can satisfy your questions, and we can further elaborate the topic that we had. We will answer your questions that will be to your satisfactory. So once again, this is just a partial defense on our behalf, but we did our best, but we will still do our very, very best on our final act. So once again, I am John Gilbristoy, this is Sir Ian Castellano,
And I'm Jeffrey.
and Sir Jeffrey Opinaria. And thank you so much for listening. But before we will end our video presentation or our defense, I just want to add something, that ICT is like a double-edged sword. It can be beneficial in such ways, but at the same time, the negative effect will also be there. So it depends upon the discretion of the user, how they will use ICT to their disadvantage or to their advantage. And also, this type of ICT can be added into classroom, whether you are having a face-to-face class or online or even mixed blended class, which we already have during our first year up to second year, first sem. So I can say that it is also beneficial on our end and accessible, comfortable, because we are doing a class in our home, and that's all. So do you want to add something?
Okay, in addition, ICT is very important nowadays because we're now in the 21st century. That the ICT is very more convenient way, especially in us as students, in a future educator. I believe that the ICT, using of ICT can help us to build more confidence in making our lives simple and meaningful. That would be.
In my point of view, ICT is very useful in the 21st century students in reading comprehension, and I do believe that ICT can modify the reading comprehension of students. And that would be all. And this is Ian Castellano.
I am Janil Balistoy.
And I'm Jeffrey Oplinaria.
Thank you for listening, Sir Ryan and Dr. Sally.